Hey guys, Foxdrop here. Welcome to a brand new League of Legends video, the first video of 2017. And today we've got something really new for you guys, something I've never done before, but something I've wanted to do for a while and I'm quite excited to try out for the new year. So today what we're going to be doing is we're not going to be playing, we're going to be spectating. We're spectating a one-trick pony master tier player from Korea. 2 million mastery points this guy has. Ridiculous amount. Holy crap. And what I want to do from this video, what I want to achieve from this video, and maybe from the series of these videos as well, if you guys end up liking this video, is I want to just spectate someone who's very good at a certain thing, a certain champion, and we're going to go through the replay of them playing, and we'll be breaking it down, talking about it, trying to learn from it as well, make it as analytical as possible, and also be entertained by people playing things such as Pantheon jungle in Master Tier in Korea. So there's that. You know, this that does it for the intro, I suppose. But either way, Pantheon jungle, boys and girls, Pantheon jungle. This is, like I say, Master Tier Korea. So this is the highest level of play right here, pretty much as far as it goes. This is not someone stomping in bronze. Now, something that's really important to note here is like the beginning of that play that happened there on the Krugs. Is he didn't complete the Krugs. He just did enough of the Krugs until he got level 3, and then he went to go and gank. He didn't complete them all. He just got level 3 and immediately went down to gank, because Pantheon is a jungler who is very aggressive. He's someone you want to be focusing a lot on ganking rather than farming, as you can see with this guy, the way he's playing. And so to that extent, that's like always his priority, especially against someone like Zyra, who's very easy to gank. So this guy is just focusing really hard on the ganks rather than anything else. And it shows, because that was like definitely, like, by leaving the mini Krugs alive there and just running down bot as soon as he hit level 3, it definitely showed the perception of him trying to make something happen as far as his aggressiveness goes, and very much so more towards the aggressive side than the farming side. But at this point in the game, this guy's actually really far behind. He's just hit level 4 at 7 minutes, which is ridiculously far behind. Like, he should be at least level 5, almost level 6 at this point. And he's just hit level 4. Like, he's so far behind here. But he has put his team ahead in the bot lane, which is good. And because of the way the rubber banding mechanics work in League of Legends now, especially in jungling, if you take a jungle camp, then if you're a lower level, you get more experience from it, essentially. So it's easier to catch up in the jungle. So it doesn't really matter too much if he falls too far behind. But he's got his red buff and he's back for another gank here. Still playing really aggressive in this lane phase on his Pantheon. He's a gank machine. He's certainly not farming. Like, he could have gone up to do his chickens, come down for the Krugs again. But no, instead he just runs down to the bot lane as soon as he's got his red buff and goes for the easy gank. Sadly, there's the collapse from the enemy top laner and the enemy mid laner, which isn't matched by his team at all. But still a really good gank from him, and again, it shows you what this guy's thinking about. He's thinking very much mostly towards the lines of gank rather than anything else. He also stayed around that bot side there as well to leech the experience from the minions too, because that was his most important, for him to get free experience there was really important. Now he's getting invaded by Lee Sin here, and honestly there's probably not too much this guy can do about that. He's level 5 and Lee Sin's level 7, so if Lee Sin wants that, he's going to take it. Lee Sin's also gone for the teammate here, with our friend going for the double longsword into a blue smite option. I'm going to call this guy our friend because I have no idea how you actually pronounce this guy's name, because it's Korean and I cannot read Korean letters. But either way, also, by the way, I'm sorry that the replay started at 5 minutes, but that's not my fault. That's just the replay file. It won't go any less than 5 minutes. So we're starting 5 minutes into the game. I hope you're okay with that. Well, not too much happened. He had 1 assist on something. I don't know what that was though. So this guy now is level 5, and with this Grump, he's going to hit level 6. So it'll be interesting to see whether he hits level 6 and immediately decides to jump top lane, which is what it looks like he might be looking for here. So he's going to do it here now as well. Let's see where he puts his ulti. So he puts his ulti around here to try and zone either Zyra or Camille and try and split them up at least. Like, he puts it in between them. That way that they both can't stick together there. They have to split up, and it means that if you split people up like that, you're most likely going to get a kill. So he gets that there, but he's completely out of mana, with the Lee Sin doing as well as he did to counter jungle this guy. He doesn't really have any mana left. He doesn't really have too many plays to make here either. He needs to be really careful because he's totally I don't really know what he expects to do here. Lee Sin's getting kind of low. Oh my goodness. Is this actually happening? Nice. Okay, good. He traded back kills there as well. That's good. Like, in that situation, I don't think I don't think our friend here was in any situation to try and actually get those kills, so the fact that he got them was pretty well played. I just want to rewind this a little bit here as well, because he played this very specifically, which I think is really important to note. So if you look at him here, he's on 28 mana, and if I just pause here, his Q costs 45, his W costs 55. So he's on 31 mana here, 32, 33, 34, you can see his mana at the bottom left there. So he basically doesn't have any mana, but at this point, when I'm going to pause here, boom, right now, he now has enough mana to cast a Q. So if he wanted to, he could cast Q right here. But let's have a look. He's not casting Q. Okay, he does cast Q there. So as soon as he casts the Q, when Lee Sin comes in, he throws that down, because Lee Sin has blue buff as well. Now, I don't know whether or not this guy would have thought about this in the moment, but if Lee Sin didn't have blue buff, I'm not sure whether or not this guy would have cast Q. And he also leveled up from that too, because he needs to save W for this Talia here as well. So it's pretty smart of him. He saves the Q for when the Lee Sin proper dedicates. He doesn't use it as he's like flying in. He saves it when he's proper gone in, so he can secure the kill. And then with that blue buff, he can then transition that into killing the Talia as well. I may be overanalyzing that though. Maybe he just wanted to go for the kill. I don't know. But either way, pretty smart use of the mana there to stun the Talia under the tower, which was the important thing. So it's going to be farming up a little bit here as well. Going on towards the... Is he looking bot side or something? I think he'll probably do Krugs here and then maybe the red buff as well. We'll see. But we'll also see what's going on here too, because I'm just going to... His red buff's going to be respawning here, so that's what he's looking at doing here. I'm just going to pause this point though, because it's 12 minutes into the game. I just kind of want to give a scope of how the game's going, because the kills are even, but there's 3,000 gold in advantage of the enemy team. So what's going on here? Well, if you look at the mid lane, that's probably the biggest mismatch. 30 CS up from the Talia and 4, 1 and 2, which is the same score as our friend has, but with 100 CS it's quite something. It's definitely quite something. Camille's Camille, so she's probably busted in top lane as well, but there's a big mismatch there in that mid lane specifically, so that's something this guy's got to be careful of. And having a fed mid lane is always a pain in the ass, because they tend to roam around and make plays, especially Talia with her Trump Wall ultimate. And this is something which is really cool here as well, which I'm just gonna pause the rewind just for a second here, just to show you what this guy's thinking here, because like this right here, so nothing's happening here. He's looking towards doing red buff. He does red buff, and as soon as this happens, as soon as Camille shows here, look at that, he runs away. As soon as it happens, he runs away. So either this guy's just got insane reactions, insane awareness on the map, or he already knew something like that could happen and he was kind of predicting it and waiting for it so he could react to it. But either way, I think this is a really, really smart play and a really good play, and definitely one of these plays that you feel like separates good players from not so good players, is that kind of awareness was really, really good here. He's going to jump to the walls here as well. Doesn't save his jump for the Zyra, because Zyra has Moby Boots, if we take a look here as well. So with Zyra having Moby Boots, all he needs to do is hit her with the spear to catch up with her. Doesn't need to hit her with the stun. Knows that Caitlyn's flanking as well. So he just jumps onto the walls so that he can hit the Zyra with the stun, with the spear, sorry. And there we go, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 5, 1 and 2 so far he is right now. So I think what we can take away so far from what this guy's been doing is a heavy, heavy, heavy focus on ganking rather than farming. Like even now, even in this fight right here, he's still just staring. He just runs straight into the fight here. Doesn't secure his red buff, just runs straight into the fight, and definitely like 100% prioritizes that. Like this guy is like really prioritizing this ganking right here. Sadly, this is a bit of a bad turnaround though. This is a 3v3, right? This is a 3v3 that his team just gets absolutely smashed in, which isn't particularly good. Feel a bit bad for him. He's been trying to get his red buff for ages and just can't do it. Every time he tries, it's just, something happens and you can't get the red. Feels bad for him, but still. There he goes. Can he at least get the Jhin here? Nice. Oh, there we go. He gets the Jhin. Good stuff. Now he was on a pretty big shutdown here. How much is that? I can't see that. Wow, I didn't know I could do that. Cool. Is that like, I guess that, is that 300 gold? It says 300 gold there. So he had kind of, wait, no, I'd do it, whatever. So he had 300 gold shutdown there, which means it's probably not worth it, honestly. But you can't really fault Pantheon in that instance. Like his team was fighting here, and you could argue why wasn't Pantheon with his team. But there's no reason why his team should have got that hard smashed in a 3v3, and why his team should even be fighting that 3v3. So it's a little bit sad for him, and finally now maybe he'll get his red buff. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know, but maybe he will. There we go. He finally got the red buff. Holy moly. Oh, and as soon as he gets the red buff, he's off to ganking again. This guy doesn't stop. He does not stop ganking. This guy just ganks 24/7. That's a good kick from Lee. Gets a 2-man kick right there. Kills the Caitlyn. Flashes into the bush so that Pantheon can't hit him. That was smart. That was really smart, actually. And now he's dead. You know what? I'm going to rewind this because this is a play worth breaking down. Something which we want to take a note for as well from the Pantheon too is his position on the Talia. So he's going to be doing the red buff here. As soon as he does red buff, he's staring at Talia. Let's see what happens. So he's I bet you right now he's staring. He's doing what I'm doing right now. He's staring at Talia. Like, he's just standing there. 100% this guy's looking at Talia right here. And then when he sees his opportunity, he pings and he just uses his ult. Now we see Talia's, I think she's like right here on in the fog of war. So he's going to position himself pretty far back, right? He positions himself really far back so that he can predict the Talia's escape path. And Talia even flash exhaust and it's not enough. So that was really good. Now let's break down this Lee Sin play a little bit here because this is really good as well. He kicks Pantheon into Caitlyn and then fires the Q forward and lands that Q onto Caitlyn. Boom. Kills her. Now he then flashes into the bush, which means that this Pantheon had a few seconds where just rewind really fast here and get into this play. Because it's like this Pantheon right here, we'll see how it goes. So our friend here could have been hitting this Lee Sin, right? At this point. So here, he could be hitting the Lee Sin. Oh, he can't hit Lee Sin anymore. He's not hitting Lee Sin. He's not hitting Lee Sin. He's not hitting Lee Sin. Now he hits Lee Sin. Like, he could have at least got at least one, probably two, maybe even three. Probably not three, but maybe like 2 plus a spear or something. Definitely could have got more damage off onto Lee Sin and probably would have killed him with that. So it's a really, really smart flash from Lee Sin to go into the bush to deny that vision from Pantheon to like screw him up in that sense. That was really smart, honestly. But the thing to take away from that Pantheon there, though, with how he played the kill onto Leah, was essentially just I got really itchy nose. Was essentially just putting your ultimate far enough back that you cut off someone's escape path. Well, this is a pretty aggressive play here, but I think did his stun get interrupted by the Camille E or W? I think it did. That's pretty bad. But at this point, this like Pantheon is 7-3-3. I think he was like 7-2 at some point as well, maybe 7-1. I don't know. But he was like really. This guy was really far ahead. But the whole enemy team is really far ahead as well. Like Pantheon's doing really well, but his team is not really rolling with it at all. The mid lane matchup right now is pretty big. The top lane is getting out of control as well. Camille is just a disgusting champion who's like always banned nowadays anyway for this reason. She's just way too strong. And the Pantheon's gonna like look at that. Where did she even come from? I completely missed that. Where did she even come from? Where did she even come from? Let's see. So she's just chilling. He walks forward a little bit. Where is she? Walks forward a little bit. Oh, there she is. Really? Really? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Is that for real? Is that actually for real? And there's no escape from that either. That's absolutely insane. And that is disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. Poor guy. Absolutely poor guy right there. And now his team's going to die as well, most likely. Let's see. Our friend is respawned. There he is. Waits in the bush. Tries to one-shot Talia. Can't one-shot Talia because Talia is pretty bloody ahead with Riley's. I think, you know, that was probably just a bit of an aggressive play anyway. This guy's probably pretty tilted at this point. I don't think they're gonna... Is this it? No, I think... Well, this is the thing. So this is the thing, right? At this point in the game, you've got to identify your win conditions and how you're going to win the game. And for Pantheon specifically, the way that you win games at this point is you just catch people out with your ulti. Now, you could argue that at the highest level of play, highest, like, Korean, like, high elo Korean solo queue, people aren't dumb enough to be caught out of position because they're smart. They're smarter than that. But Pantheon's a ridiculously popular pick in Korea, especially in the top lane. This guy mostly plays Pantheon top lane, not jungle. But when he gets jungle, he plays Pantheon. Still like a true one-trick pony. And like, you would think maybe the Koreans, if anyone was going to be smart enough to not get caught out of position, it would be the Koreans. But Pantheon is apparently really strong in Korea, so there must be that catch potential there. And with that in mind, that has to be the way that Pantheon gets back into the game for his team. Having said that, it's really hard to do it when the enemy team is just so bloody fed. And look at his vision. He has absolutely no vision in his jungle. So he doesn't know what plays he can make. He doesn't know when people are out of position to catch them because he just doesn't know where they are. He just has no idea where the enemy team is most of the time because they're all just out. Like, he just has no vision to make the plays. He's got these 2 wards here to make a play. That's all he's got. He doesn't really have much to work with here. The enemy team's ridiculously fed. No real way to kind of get back into the game like that. So unless he can put some of his own wards down, but even then he can't really do that because he's just, he can't get into his own jungle, so he can't do it. And they surrender as well. So sadly our friend can't pull out the victory, but I think that still gives you a good showing of how Pantheon jungle works. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is actually my second time recording this game, which really sucks because the first one I think was 10 times. I finished this one now and I feel like, God, when I recorded this last time it was so much better. But I still hope you enjoyed it, guys. I still hope you enjoyed it. If you did, of course, you can leave me with that cheeky thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments, and this, like, if you want to see this as a series. I don't mind doing like these weird quirky picks like this Pantheon jungle, or whether we go for like more meta stuff, but just my goal here is really to look at these good players and see how they're playing. These are players who mastered these champions, 2 million points mastered to be precise with this geezer, and I want to use that, just watch them and try and learn from their knowledge. Like, I think what we picked up from this game definitely is just how much focus you put on the ganking on Pantheon, like, and the awareness on the mini map as well, to always be ready to join a fight with your ultimate. I think was definitely the biggest things to take away from this guy's game, at least from my opinion. But just let me know what you thought about this video down below, guys. I hope you find it useful, educational, but also entertaining too, because it's fun to see people who are really good at their champions do their thing. So yeah, let me know what you thought about it down below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful 2017. I can't wait to make you guys proud and bring out more content and make you guys happy, because that's what makes me happy. So I'm looking forward to 2017. Have a wonderful day, boys and girls. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.